Have you ever opened WordPress, stared at the dashboard and thought, yeah, I don't know what to do next? I know you have. That's why I want you to avoid these setbacks. So I put together a quick, to the point Bluehost WordPress tutorial. Why are we going with Bluehost WordPress? Well, it's one of the easiest ways to launch a WordPress site in 2026, especially if you're a complete beginner. It's also the provider with the longest standing WordPress recommendation, so you know that it's good. And with my special discount that you can find in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen right now, you can get one of the best deals out there. Of course, if you already have a few websites in mind, grab the starter plan. For now, follow the link, select single plan, and go through checkout. But before we can really start with this WordPress tutorial, we need a domain name. What's great is that you get one for free with all Bluehost subscriptions. All you got to do is enter the name that you want and choose an extension. And there are a few important things to keep in mind when picking a domain. First, if your preferred name isn't available, you'll be shown alternative name and extension options. Second, the extension itself matters less than it used to. A .com still carries weight, but with AI-powered search and bookmarks, most people aren't typing full URLs anymore. Third, while the domain is free, that only applies to the first year. This can still be a big money saver since domain prices can range from just a few dollars to hundreds or even thousands. Finally, once you've chosen your domain and head to checkout, make sure the renewal price fits comfortably within your budget. This price right here is what you'll pay after the discounted year is over. If you already own a domain, you can connect it now or just skip this step and add it later. Bluehost makes the whole process fast and beginner friendly. So once hosting is set up, it's time for the next part of this Bluehost tutorial, how to install WordPress. With Bluehost onboarding, it's actually really easy. Just inside Bluehost, go to My Sites, click Add Site, choose WordPress, and Bluehost automatically installs it for you. When that's done, Bluehost doesn't leave you alone. You can use the AI web builder to craft amazing looking designs by simply describing them. All right, let's go through it. Add your website's name, select its type, and describe it in as much detail as you can. Now just give it a few seconds to think and select one of the 3 designs it generated. To be fair, I really like Bluehost's designs. Some AI builders make the same site over and over again. Here, the templates are colorful, bold, and look modern. If you found the right theme for you, just click that edit with the AI button and we can move on. All right, the next part of my Bluehost WordPress tutorial will cover 2 different ways to edit your site. Why 2? Well, one of them is the easiest beginner-friendly way to do so, and the other, going with Elementor, gives you extra creative freedom. So let's just start with the beginner one. When I said edit your website with AI, I wasn't being absolutely honest, okay? The newest addition to the Bluehost family, Blue, the chatbot, can understand you and modify your WordPress website's design or structure. Let's say I want to remove this particular section. Done. How about using stock photos instead of videos in this section? Just ask Blue. And the best thing is that it allows you to revert changes instantly. So there's basically no way to truly mess up your site. Blue is great. I really recommend you give it a shot. To make that shot less hurtful to your wallet, I've left discount links in the description, or you can scan the QR code now and share it with friends. But if you want a more hands-on approach, I can't recommend Elementor enough. Elementor is my favorite page builder because it's drag and drop, beginner friendly, and has a massive template library. Sure, you can use other builders, but I found most of them to be restrictive unless you go for the pro version or simply just maybe they're not modern enough. Elementor gives you so much for free that it would be a crime not to install it. Okay, let's get back to the tutorial. Go to plugins, search for Elementor, install it, and activate it. Next, you'll need to just go through the basic setup, simply sign up, connect your site to Elementor, and choose a theme. Since we're going for a personal project, let's choose Build Without Limits. Then this page lets you add extras to Elementor, such as the WooCommerce Builder, custom code, or CSS. Now, you can absolutely skip this since the base plugin covers all that small to medium websites need, but if you're planning on building a business, grabbing a subscription now won't hurt. From here, we can go with an empty design, pre-made templates, or try Elementor AI to see what it comes up with. The AI is a pretty complex tool that allows full site optimization and gives you way more control. However, you need a pro subscription to do that. The same goes for templates. Some are free, but many require an additional subscription. However, remember that we chose Bluehost for a reason, and it's already created a design that I like. So there's no need for extra plans or anything like that. Just close the setup and you'll be brought back to the WordPress dashboard. Using Elementor, you can edit pages visually, just like with regular WordPress, but it's smoother, faster, and offers more design options. Drag elements, change text, adjust spacing, and instantly see the result. There are 3 main tabs that you'll be working with. Content is where you change the main, content. Style is for what else, everything related to how elements look. And advanced allows you to mess with structure. For now, I advise you to stay mostly in the content and style tabs. They are more than enough to craft a design without messing things up. But if you mess things up, there's always an undo button. And using these very simple steps, you can customize every page on your site until it matches your dreams. All right, now for the next part of my WordPress Bluehost tutorial, let's talk about plugins. One rule to always keep in mind is that too many plugins can be malicious and will slow down your site. My advice: don't install everything Bluehost suggests. Start with essentials only. For SEO, use Yoast SEO. For extra security, WordFence is a solid choice. For images, ShortPixel helps keep your site fast. If you're building a store, adding WooCommerce is a no-brainer. Try not to use plugins that only do one specific thing, and your site is going to be fast and clean. Okay, before publishing, do a final checklist, switch to mobile view in Elementor, and adjust font sizes and spacing if that's needed. Once everything looks good, hit publish. Your website is officially live. Congratulations. And remember, you can always improve it later. There are basically no limits to what your site can become. That's the beauty of WordPress and Bluehost. And that is it on how to build a website with Bluehost WordPress in 2026. If you guys want it, you can find the biggest discount deal in the description. There are more advanced things that you can do with WordPress and Bluehost. So let me know in the comments if you want an in-depth Bluehost WordPress tutorial for beginners. If the video helped you out, consider hitting that like button. And that's it for today. See you guys later. Bye.